G'day everyone, Dr. James here with another vet tip. In this video, I'll describe why we take resting respiratory rates, which pets need it, what it tells us, and why it's so valuable. If you're interested in how to take a resting respiratory rate, please check out my video on that, and there'll be a link in the description. Let's start with, is measuring resting respiratory rate necessary for all pets? Well, no. Healthy pets with no heart or lung concerns don't need to be monitored regularly. But if your pet has any of the following concerns, a vet may recommend checking resting respiratory rate. So the first one would be if your pet has a heart murmur. 2, if your pet has had heart disease confirmed with diagnostic testing. 3, if your pet is on medication for heart disease, resting respiratory rates can help us assess if the dosage is appropriate. And number 4 is sometimes when we're trying to differentiate between disease that is mostly within the lungs or disease that is caused from a compromised heart, it can be difficult to tease those apart and understand the root cause. For example, coughing is a symptom that can be seen with both illnesses, and the resting respiratory rate might help us to differentiate those. What does a resting respiratory rate tell us? The respiratory rate of your pet at rest tells us a lot about the relationship between their heart, their lungs, and their circulation. It helps us understand if the heart is coping with its current workload. How valuable is taking a resting respiratory rate? Well, resting respiratory rates were found to be the #1 way to anticipate a change in your pet's condition. Changes in resting respiratory rate can be seen well before we see other more serious signs like collapse or difficulty breathing. So by regularly checking the resting respiratory rate, we have a much better chance of responding before it's too late. It is no exaggeration to say that taking resting respiratory rates could literally save your pet's life. Other important signs that heart disease might be progressing include increased effort when breathing, increased rate of breathing, coughing, tiring more quickly with exercise. If a pet is collapsing or fainting, any of those signs really require a vet visit. What are the signs that indicate an emergency? If your pet appears to be having difficulty breathing, has collapsed, or if their gum color has changed from a nice pink color to a white or a purple color, then you really have to get to the vet urgently. In summary, regular resting respiratory rates are incredibly valuable for assessing your pet's heart health. Not every pet needs them, but if your vet has recommended it, I cannot stress enough how much it's going to help you with your pet's care. I'm Dr. James. I hope you found this video helpful. Please click the like button down below if you have, or you can click subscribe to get more vet tips.